Conjugating adjectives, adjectives, and nouns. When conjugating adjectives to make them past, present, positive, and negative, it's the on the end of the word that changes. And using adjectives, we can join them straight on to a noun without changing anything. For example, oishii kare raisu means delicious curry and rice. It's the same word order as English too, with adjectives and nouns. Let's look at the next one. Oishii desu. It is delicious. Just keep the I to mean is in the present tense. And it's positive. It's something we are doing. So, oishii desu. It is delicious. Oishikatta desu. Drop the I, add kata, and then it makes it was. Oishikatta desu. It was delicious. じゃあ次は、oishikunai desu. Drop the I, add kunai, and it makes it a negative, is not. So, oishikunai desu. It is not delicious. And finally, oishikunakatta desu. Chop off the I, add kunakatta, and it means it was not. Oishikunakatta. It was not delicious. Let's do another example of an adjective conjugation. Kowai eiga means scary movie. Kowai desu. It's scary. Kowakatta desu. Replacing that I with kata, it was scary. Kawakunai desu. Replacing I with kunai. So, kawakunai desu. It isn't scary. And kawakunakatta. It wasn't scary. The simplest way to remember all these endings that replace I is just to learn them in a string. So, I, kata, kunai, kunakata. I, kata, kunai, kunakata. I, kata, kunai, kunakata. And remember that that is, was not, was not. So na adjectives work a little differently. It's the ending, particularly the des, that changes. We only use na when we're joining the na adjective onto a noun. For example, genki na kodomo, healthy children. But if I just want to say it's healthy or I'm healthy, I don't need the na anymore. I'm not joining it to a noun. It's just genki desu. I'm healthy, it's healthy. And that's in the present tense, and it's positive, not negative. It is healthy. Genki desu. If it was in the past tense, I was healthy or it was healthy, the des changes to deshita. So, genki deshita. It was healthy. Then to make them negative, it's like adding the word is not or was not. We add in janai. So, genki janai desu. It is not healthy. And if we put that into past tense to make it was not healthy, it becomes genki janakatta desu. So let's look at another example. Jouzu na senshu. A senshu is an athlete, so a jouzu na senshu is a skilled athlete. Jouzu being skilled or good at. Okay, so if we just want to say is good at or I'm good at, jouzu desu. We're not joining it to a noun. We don't need the na. It's present tense. It's positive. We are doing it. It's jouzu desu. I'm good at. If we want to talk about the past tense and say we were good at it, it becomes 上手でした. Add じゃない for is not. So 上手じゃないです. He is not good at it, or I am not good at it. And then if we put that into past tense, 上手じゃなかったです. Was not good at it. So just as you can learn a string of endings for e adjectives, you can do the same with na. So it would go です、でした、じゃないです、じゃなかったです。です、でした、じゃないです、じゃなかったです。です、でした、じゃないです、じゃなかったです to mean is, was, is not, was not. Nouns work like not adjectives. The des changes if we want to say it is, it isn't, it was, it wasn't. So, watashi no tanjoubi desu means it is my birthday. Des means is. Watashi no tanjoubi deshita, it was my birthday. Deshita is was. Watashi no tanjoubi janai desu, it is not my birthday. And watashi no tanjoubi janakatta desu, it was not my birthday. This is a summary of conjugating adjectives and not adjectives. Please copy this into your notebook. Remember, it's is, was, isn't, and wasn't for both e and not adjectives. So for e adjectives, it's i, kata, kunai, and kunakata. And for not adjectives, it's des, deshita, janai desu, and janakatta desu. Renshu. Copy the task on the slide by pausing the video or referring to the PDF into your notebook and do the translations into English and Japanese. Kotae. Here are the answers to the task, so please check them against your work and note any errors that you may have made. This is an extension addition. You can join two adjectives together by conjugating them as well. There is no word and for joining adjectives. You've got to actually conjugate the e or the na. And it's fairly simple. For e adjectives, just chop off the e and replace that with kute. And for na adjectives, drop the na, add de. So, for example, if you want to say tanoshi, fun, and yasui, cheap, and put it together so that it's fun and cheap, tanoshi becomes tanoshikute. If it's a not adjective situation and you want to say pretty and famous, instead of kirei na, say kirei de, yumei desu. If you need to practice further, watch this video again. Otherwise, minasan, yoku dekimashita.